Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? I apparently picked a good time because the music decided to... Oh. Forgot to plug in my camera. Yeah, I picked a good time because the music died down. Hello. I'll have a camera eventually. There we go. It's been like 4 days and I don't remember what happened. As usual, because my memory's so bad. I think we just escaped the creepy hospital. I think that was the exact last thing that happened.
So I'm a rebel. I can't believe Suo was after me.
And now we're on a standby phase.
I don't know if I should go to Togetsu or Seiron, but what Seiron is doing is unforgivable.
I assume we're gonna go to Togetsu, and if we have if I do actually have a choice, I'm probably gonna just choose Togetsu. It's a strong possibility that Nagi will attack again in that condition. And it's obvious that, like, what's his face? Karin was like pushing us towards it, and he said things like he's aware of the time loop.
Hey, I'm grateful.
That I'm assuming is part of the narrative here. Let's listen to Gemma complain that he's too old.
Are you free right now? Do you want to go somewhere with me again? Gemma?
Sorry, I was just thinking.
Just thinking he's
Is
too old.
something the matter? I'm here if you need to talk.
Yeah, maybe I should talk to someone. One of my friends who retired from the OSF has gone missing.
Are there any leads?
I first learned about it when I got a message from his younger brother. We hadn't talked in a while. He asked me if I might have any ideas, but I couldn't give him any. I was just wondering what to do now.
I can see why you're worried. Is there anything I can do?
No, I can't trouble you with this. It's a personal problem.
But I want to help.
I
Why
mean,
don't you
you've
just
already
tell me what
told
you
us
can?
about it.
It couldn't hurt.
Thank you. I'll take you up on that. The friend who went missing was an old classmate, and then we worked together in the same platoon when he was still in the OSF. But as the years went by, the anti-aging medication's effects weakened, and his body began to age. It's something all children of the state have to face eventually, but he reached his limit sooner than me. His powers waned as he aged, and fighting became too difficult. He retired this past spring.
I see. I'm glad he managed to retire safely and not get hurt or die.
That's
Yeah,
that's a
but
good
children
point.
of the state face a tough situation after retirement. The body ages normally after they stop taking the medication, but the abuse their brains sustained over so long a time is significant. Many retired soldiers deal with various issues, stemming from their body's changes exacerbating their brain's fatigue.
It's that tough for them? Can't they treat that with medication?
I hear there are many who receive treatment, but it's not easily cured. If it becomes prolonged, it also affects the patient psychologically.
Do you think your friend wasn't feeling well after retiring?
Yeah, he was tired, physically and mentally.
Oh, I know that feeling.
I tried my best to stay in touch after he left, but after a while he just kept asking me about the OSF and my missions. It seemed like he wanted to come back. He missed his old job after having trouble adjusting to retirement.
I mean, he was with the OSF for decades after all. It's tough to instantly change your life.
He never wanted to retire to begin with. Those who can no longer fight will never be able to return to the OSF. I decided to distance myself from him, so he can finally move on from the military and build a new life for himself. I didn't reply to his messages or meet up with him. Looking back now, that was probably too harsh.
That sounds like the wrong thing to do as well.
It was cold of me to cut off all contact like that. I can't blame his brother for saying that. It might be my fault he disappeared.
It might be.
Maybe I pushed him away when he needed me the most.
Kinda did.
You did it for your friend's sake. You can't blame yourself for that. For now, you should do what you can. Have you tried calling your friend?
No, I haven't reached out to him yet.
Then try messaging him. Even if you don't know where he is, it should reach him if he's safe. Maybe he's just waiting for you to contact him.
You're right. Waiting here won't get me anywhere. I'll take your advice and do whatever I can.
So he's gone missing, but you haven't tried contacting him in any way. As long as we're all on the same page.
There's no reply.
He might need time to notice the message. Let's wait a little longer to see if it reaches him.
Or it reached him, but he's not planning to reply. There's no way for us to know. Back when we were in the OSF together, we could easily brain talk with each other and had GPS to know our location.
You'd think they'd have read receipts.
Yeah, that's not available since he retired. He has to go through the trouble of accessing a terminal.
I can't really relate how inconvenient things are after you retire. But he must have been going through a lot.
Yeah. Why don't you keep messaging him and wait to see what happens for now? I'll see if there's anything else we could do.
I'm glad for your help. I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Okay. Poor Gemma. I never really thought about what people do after they retire. Is there anything more I can do? I know. The OSF database could have information on Gemma's friend. The data's locked. I guess that's not a surprise. Wataru, you got a sec?
Yo, what's up?
There's an OSF matter I want you to look into whenever you're free.
OSF. So information that can't be found through official channels. Okay, send me the info. I'll look into it.
Thanks, Wataru. I hope we find a lead on Gemma's friend.
I guess I don't need to mention it, but you don't avoid me.
I have no reason to. Do other people avoid you?
Yeah, the youngsters probably feel awkward around an old man like me. I'm used to it, but it can still hurt, so I'm grateful.
He keeps complaining about being old. I guess kids do that. They're kind of weird. Okay, I got his assault vision now. Hell yeah.
This is what it means to trust each other. Yeah, I trust you to have my back.
All right. So first you're a hero, then you're a traitor. You might be fine with that Yuito, but I'm not. I mean, there's a heart symbol. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll save that racket for somebody else.
What's the matter, Hanabi? Why are you sighing? Did something happen?
Oh, Yuito. No, it's nothing.
Come on, you can tell me. We've known each other since we were kids.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks. So, the other day when I was battling an other, I accidentally burned a building that was nearby, and Gemma scolded me. He said that my control of my powers was rough, and I'd eventually end up hurting those I need to protect.
He doesn't mince words.
He's right, though. I wasn't paying enough attention. Gemma asked me what I wanted to be as a member of the OSF, and to think hard about what I'm fighting for. The thing is, I still can't picture what I want to strive for.
Right. You did mention that you never thought about what you wanted to do in the OSF.
Yeah. And the things we've seen since joining? You know, the suspicious secrets and inhumane experiments? Just awful things that ruined that image I had of the OSF as a kid.
That's true.
After finding out that the organization we're in caused a lot of suffering to so many people, I can't picture anything positive when someone asks me what I want to fight for as a member of the OSF.
I understand that feeling of disappointment. Finding out this isn't the organization you thought it was. But you're the one who's out there fighting. You just need to figure out what you're fighting for as an individual, not as part of the OSF.
My reason for fighting? I'm not sure if I have one.
I bet you'll come up with something if you think about it. I mean, if there's no reason, then why have you been fighting by my side all this time?
By
It's
my
because you-
side.
I what?
Nothing. I'll try thinking about it some more.
Okay, but there's no rush. I'm always here if you want to talk.
Thanks. It's not like me to doubt myself like this. Feeling sad won't change anything. All right. I'm going to find a reason to fight.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Thanks for cheering me up.
You were always cheering me up when we were kids. So it's my turn now.
You don't owe me anything. But I'm happy to hear you say that. Thanks for listening.
Sure. Just let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Don't worry. I will.
I don't think I've spoken to Hanabi lately.
I literally just spoke to her. What do you mean? Here permanently. It's so much more comfortable than I thought. I should have come sooner. He's not like a gift or bond person, though. Major General Fubuki trusted you, Yuito. That's why he gave you Arahabaki's key generator. Duds are still treated differently. Many people still hold prejudices against them. He probably remembers that he's a dud. It's not like he doesn't have a memory or anything, I don't think. I'm trying to watch the TV. Yeah. Citizens are shocked to learn that Yuito Shimuragi, once hailed as a patriotic hero, has been labeled a traitor. The government is seeking the surrender of Yuito Shimuragi for fleeing to Seiran, but Shimuragi is continuing to flee. Once considered a hero, public sentiment turned against him after he dispatched others he invited into the community himself in an attempt to deceive our nation. That sounds about right. Okay, what level are we? Can I do more? 36? I'm wondering if I can do more of those training missions. They started at level 40. Am I max now? Ooh, I actually have a lot left over. I didn't really like use them all in that last boss fight. Which is kind of nice. Oh, how do I suddenly have so much money? It must have been all those side quests I did. Type 2 to Type 4. They're also Type 2 to Type 4. Man, his power is pretty high. I guess his power doesn't like... Maybe when he uses it himself it does damage, but like teleportation doesn't do damage, so... It's crazy that these two attacks are way higher than these two. Man, she's so squishy. She's got the lowest defense and the lowest HP at the same time. That's kind of rough. Ooh, these are expensive. What is this? Health total status up 5% to everything. While health is at 100%. Oh. 10% when everything's below. Actions will no longer be interrupted when taking damage during an attack. Taking damage during a dodge. I actually don't even know if this is helping me. Enhances the ability to execute a perfect dodge. Yes, please. There's so many times where like I feel like I should be triggering and it's not. I don't want to lose like 30 defense. I'm gonna replace this thing because I don't even know. Oh, it gives me iframes after taking damage. This This one gives me more iframes. So I'm just gonna go with the perfect dodge one. I think I am gonna go for the... I'm not gonna spend money on any of these. I might make some of them. Like with the exchange. I am gonna go for the next plug-in chip, I think. Yeah, let's do it. I think I could do them all. I don't know if I want to do all their weapons though. Double-edged sword. Oh, damage take... No. Not on this difficulty. What's brain drive accelerate? Oh, 5% brain charge increase. I feel like that, it's just like, it's such a low amount. 5%. Special mission pay bonus. After defeating an enemy. Oh, money is called kins. I saw that it started with a K. I didn't know what it stood for, though. And all the starred ones are like... I guess DLC stuff. Sure. I mean, I'll take a look. Oh, loyalty, or this is the yellow one. I like Hanabi in the yellow one. I gotta find better ones than that though. I want to have all the things. Go a little bit lower. My controller's nearly dead. You know, I don't feel like I've used it that much since my last charge, but glad I noticed now, not in the middle of combat. What is khaki? Baki visor khaki? Is that too much? Little boy with cat ears? I think that's too much. Hey Drago, how you doing? Just playing with visuals. I don't really like the Baki visor, so I'm not gonna like go out of my way. Let's not do the cat ears. Your net's giving you issues? Oh, that sucks. I've been alright. I got stuck at work last few nights. But I'm freaking clear now. Here I am. Dual ogre horn. Works for me. Tinfoil hat. I mean, it's gotta be a white tinfoil hat. There are so many visual items, it's ridiculous. Hugging Baki. Like a pearl one. I had a feeling it'd be on the arm. I don't really like the way that Baki looks. Well, I don't think I'm gonna end up wearing any Baki stuff, even though it'd be appropriate for Yuito. Gotta get that money, right? Always gotta get that money. It never. Ooh, a new gift. Ooh, and this is a big red heart too. Oh yeah, parallelization program. That needs Voz pause. That's like a rare thing. A Voz pause analysis. Okay. Who did I get gifts for? It was several.
Okay.
The drawings are pretty. Now they're on our desk. Big heart with this one. I mean, I just leveled up my bond, so I don't think this is gonna upgrade his bond level.
This is for me?
Want to give something so nice to me? Thank you. I hope you don't mind if I hang it up in the hideout. There was a scroll hanging in the dojo I asked to train in. It's sobering. Okay, and then I think it was Luca. I don't think I got anything for Hanabi. Hopefully this levels them up, because he's the only one that's less than level 4, and then I can get bond level, like party bond level 4.
Thank you.
It'd be nice if we could control the crow's drones like this, too. I mean, I can. Because not everybody has, you know, psychokinesis. Forgot what it was called for a second. Let's give one of these a go. No, I've rematched Kasane. What if I didn't, though? Alright, what level are these?
This will be a great workout.
40? Okay, that's fine by me.
Spray something like oil. Don't get it on you. Water attack. Getting wet limits your mobility, so be careful.
Oh, that's not an oil sign, that's a wet sign. Oh, I'm taking so much damage, Jesus Christ. I've like forgotten how to play.
Let's go. I'll be your shield. Nice. It's burning. That attack worked. Now die. Come on. That must be a weak spot.
Nice fire! You got this!
Good.
Goodbye. You attack.
I can hit it!
Be on guard.
Hey! Let's go!
Okay. Oh, balls.
My pleasure.
It's down. Give it everything you've got. That's a fast one. Use SAS, Yumiko. Fight speed with speed.
Thanks, Luca!
Not yet.
Nice.
Use it well.
Here you go!
Yeah,
Hey, that actually hit. That's surprising.
I need support!
twice.
Good one. Keep that up.
Thanks, Hanabi.
Oh, now a little bit of everything.
Following this guy. Let's go. I'm taking your fire.
You lit that one up. Found a weak spot. Yeah. That was great.
Thanks, Luca.
Great. I'm stoked.
Oh, I didn't need clairvoyance.
Pay attention.
Oh, I totally hit him. Alright, that one has a weight.
Yumiko, remember down. Good decision. You think so? Thanks.
Good timing.
Just go Rez. Can't hurt me.
Okay, Hanabi.
I'm okay. Just let my guard down a bit. Gotta focus.
Here we go. I need support.
There you go.
Alright, I'm getting the hang of the game again.
This is good.
My pleasure.
It's down. Give it everything you've got.
I'll follow.
Wow, that actually hit.
Next.
I think that was actually easier. Maybe it's just because I'm a much higher level now, but that was easier than the previous one. Still gotta see though. At least I succeeded. It's because I got skills. Nah. I mean, maybe. Which one was the Gunkin Parry? Was that the first, like, big boss? Yeah, I remember this.
We can't just stand here. Time to show the results of our training.
Thanks, Luca.
What the fuck? It, like, gave me a perfect dodge and then didn't?
That must be its weak spot.
At this rate.
Like, I took that, like, enhanced dodge thing. Oh, I'm out of fire. There we go.
It's burning. It's down. Give it everything you've got.
Oh, this thing's level 70. I just noticed. Maybe because I was like smashing the dodge button.
Here we go. Let me in your eyes.
Nice block. Thank you, Hanabi. Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna return. Like, I could do it. I'm fairly certain I could, but it would take a really, really long time. So I'd rather just do that when I'm higher level. Which means we can just move forward. I'm gonna save before I do though, just in case. I just don't know if I want to spend like over half an hour fighting that thing. So that's how long it'll take. Most likely.
I'm tired. I should rest a while.
We can try again. We'll try again
You
on the
guys
next
have a minute?
standby phase.
We need to talk about what we should do next.
We were talking about either going to Togetsu or Seiron.
Yeah, but I don't think there's much difference between Seiron and New Himuka. Especially when I think about those ampules. That's why I'm thinking about reaching out to Togetsu.
I knew it.
Does that mean our only option is defecting to Togetsu?
No, we're not just going to be running away. I have no idea what kind of place it is, after all. All I know is that it's an independent religious state, and that they may have information Suo and Seiron don't. Unlike my father and brother, I've grown up not knowing what this government, what this country is really like. Even now, there's probably more I don't know about this place than I do. That's why I want to find out. I just want to do whatever gives us the best chance to learn something new. What do you guys think?
I agree. The hideout might be safe, but nothing would change if we just sat here and held our breath. Besides, Togetsu's isolation means a lower chance of being attacked by Suo or Kasane on Seiron's behalf.
Thank God. Not another Sakasane fight, please.
I don't know what kind of place it is, but it might be worth checking out.
I don't mean to make this a case of process of elimination, but I doubt we can get any more information from Suo or Seiron. Besides, as someone looking to uncover this country's secrets, I'm intrigued by Togetsu. It might also give me a chance to learn my brother's true intentions.
Actually, there is something I remember about Togetsu. A while back ago, my uncle had mentioned about a deal he had made with them for work.
You mean the OSF hospital?
Yeah, even though it's an independent city, they apparently have normal business transactions. What is it that they were dealing? I think he said food and medical supplies, although I'm not sure if it's still going on to this day.
It's likely that there's more to the deal than that.
If the OSF hospital is involved, it will surely be connected to power research or metamorphosis technology.
Is it just me, or does Togetsu seem a little fishy?
We have to accept a certain level of danger. As they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I mean, at this point,
Yeah,
everyone is
I think
fishy
so
and
too.
suspicious.
Thanks for remembering something so important, Hanabi. We'll be able to keep an eye out for that now.
You're coming, right? To Togetsu? I mean... Of course. Whatever deals my uncle had with them have nothing to do with me. And if they're doing something bad, we'll just take them out.
I'm not sure we should go there looking to pick a fight.
Figuratively
If I don't like
speaking.
you, I'll just burn you to a crisp.
I'm glad you'll be coming with us, Hanabi. You make people feel so... warm inside. What? Really? Like, I set the mood for the group?
More like Togetsu is in the middle of snow-covered mountains.
What? You're after my pyrokinesis?
Well, Commander, I guess we know our platoon's goal now.
Yeah, you're right. Let's move out. Our next destination is Togetsu.
The downside of having little blurbs and loading screens is sometimes the loading is too fast and you can't read it.
Hieno Mountain. It's all snow and ice.
It's cold. Colder than I thought.
I guess that's mostly a PC problem. does this map look like? It's mostly a straight line. I mean, most of these things have been straight lines.
I'm taking your fire.
Hey.
Finally broke. Let's go, everyone.
I'm surprised I didn't get a tutorial to do that.
Lend me your split. Take down the real one, and the dummy will disappear. Yumito, figure it out. Are those ice statues around us? They're shaking.
I can hit it!
Weird. Apparently they're alterations of the snow and ice. They don't know what causes them, but they occur in snowy areas where others are.
Huh.
Yeah, this is giving me like, it's like Princess Mononoke. One of the few Studio Ghibli movies, or Ghibli. Is it Ghibli? No, it's Ghibli. Studio Ghibli. One of the few Ghibli movies I've seen. That's what they remind me of. The little like forest spirits. They're like little bobblehead things.
This is pretty rare. That one explodes. Don't get too close to it. If your body begins to burn with fire, it'll drain your health, so be careful.
You've made progress, but you still have room to grow.
Need support.
I'm gonna have this.
Gamma sclerokinesis might be effective.
I could also just dodge it.
It's over.
I'm gonna get blown up by those in a big fight, aren't I? I'm gonna be busy with something else and something goes wah wah boom.
Here we go!
Watch out for electric attacks. You won't be able to move if you're
I'm
electric.
just gonna do this. Oh, I can blow up the enemies with them.
I did my best.
Thanks, Luca! Come on!
Do it, Yuito!
You finished it off, Yumito.
I love the snap. It's the best way to attack. Yeah, it's nice that they make a sound, and it is pretty loud. So, it could be worse. They could be like fucking creepers in Minecraft, but they're just like... Whoa! I still remember, like, forever ago. I was watching a Minecraft YouTuber.
We need to do something about this block of ice to go
This
further.
was like 10,
It
10
looks too big
20 years
to
ago, and
lose.
it was just like a small YouTuber where they were just like talking about what they're gonna do with their like series and their base, and it was like a chill thing because they were just like fishing as they explain it. And then suddenly out of nowhere, like 50, like they've been chilling there for like 15 minutes, and like I was just listening, it was like all cool. Suddenly a creeper shows up and blows him the fuck up, and he screams and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" It was really funny.
Pay attention. It's down. Give it everything you've got.
All right, to be like in their face. I just used all my ass.
Next.
Yeah, it was just like the perfect encapsulation of what creepers are. You're just chilling, doing your thing, and then bam! You did.
Something big to break its outer shell. Use psychokinesis. It sprayed something like oil. Don't get it on you. Support the downed member. Found the weak spot. Yeah. Looks like the enemy dropped something rare.
Rest a bit.
Man, oh god!
You're free to use it.
Jesus, I almost died there. Just gonna trigger these.
I need to support the injured.
Balls.
I can still get better.
Someone's down. This isn't good.
Go, Yuito.
I've never seen this animation before. That was cool. I also didn't notice that Hanabi was dead until right at the end there. Wait, did I go in? Oh, I didn't go into the dead end. We gotta go into the dead end.
Here you go!
I'm taking your fire!
We're using my power, Yuito.
I'll be your shield!
You lit that one up.
Whoa! Did you get even stronger? That's amazing!
Use it well.
Oh man. Whatever. I regen outside of combat, so it's fine.
Do it, Yuito!
Wait, do I have any brain points? Oh, I do. I have a bunch. Oh yeah, I'm invincible in brain field now. I'm gonna do plug-in slot. Okay, so I need 9 points in total.
No one's here. I guess they wouldn't be.
Togetsu is farther up the mountain. It acts like a natural fortress for the city.
I love the music here.
Do it, Yuito!
I'm borrowing this, Gamma!
This game would be impossible if Gemma wasn't here.
We've been walking for a long time. Wataru, how much farther to Togetsu?
Quite a while. You're not even halfway there.
It really is in the middle of the mountains. Are you okay, Luca?
Yes, I'll manage. These steep paths, though, they're hard for someone as small as I am.
Get behind me. I can at least block the wind.
Thank you. I should really start training like you do.
Togetsu is the home of the Faith's main temple. Do you know what kind of religion it is? Apparently it's kind of like a cult. That's what I heard, at least.
Aren't all
With
religions
their
a
main
cult
temple
in
this
some
far
way?
from civilization, it's only normal to assume they'd be ascetics in tune with nature.
Let's see. The Togetsu faith. Ah, here we go. It's a moon-worshipping religion. One of their tenets is that the soul will return to the moon. The founder is Hitoyo Pope. The religion has a long history, but it looks like they've always lived quietly in the mountains here.
Was his name just Pope, or is that a title?
You would think the fact that New Himuka allows them to govern themselves must mean that they aren't that big.
I'm sure Kaguro knows a lot more. He was a Togetsu believer after all. Did he tell you anything, Sugumi?
No. Kaguro... he didn't talk much about the Togetsu faith.
Oh. Well, they have a unique lifestyle there, but they're not totally cut off from us. I don't think they'll turn you away at the gate.
That's what former Major General Karin said. We probably won't be welcomed with open arms, but I hope they'll at least listen to us. Okay, just a little farther to Togetsu.
I just wanted to look at it, and then I touched it, and then physics took over. I live somewhere now where, like, winter is very cold. You could probably have something like this on your property, and it would last, like, you get it done, like, at the beginning of winter, and it would probably last throughout most of winter. It would just still be, it would be there for a good few months. I'd be down for something like that. Just have an ice sculpture in your yard every winter.
Here you go!
You'd have to live somewhere where it's like it will be consistently cold enough that it doesn't just melt on you. But I think it'd be pretty cool. You just have to find somebody who can, like, make ice sculptures.
My clairvoyance. Use it, Yuita.
Look at snow, just blazing heat. Oh no. I got a lot of snow. It's not always, like, below freezing, though, throughout the whole winter, so it'd probably melt more than I would want it to if I did it here.
You won't be able to move if you're electrified.
Here we go!
Concentrate.
That must be its weak spot.
Now die!
It's over. I feel like I've been lucky so far this summer because we do still get, like, hot summers. And this is actually my first summer in the area that I'm in, and it's kind of been, like, delayed because it should be hot now, but it's like our spring season got delayed, and it's like for the last, like, month we've been getting lots of, like, cold thunderstorms, and so it's just not hot yet. Which I'm fine with, because I don't really want to deal with it. Like, nothing to the fucking kinesis.
The enemy dropped something. Someone's in trouble. Pay attention. Yumito, use my power with SAS.
What happened?
Oh, that's a big one.
Water attack? Getting wet limits your mobility, so be careful.
Oh, I should have saved that for the...
Fire when it's covered in oil.
The winery chinery thing. Oh, there's another one. It's fine.
Thanks, Tsunami.
Ooh, I can use that fucking giant one. We're using that giant one. I got a chance.
This is bad.
Support the town's members.
Good timing.
It's down. Give it everything you've got.
Pay attention.
I need to support the injured. I appreciate the help.
Alright, let's douse it in oil.
If it's covered in oil, it should burn with a little fire.
Nice fire! You got this!
Man, it's getting wrecked. Let me do the thing. I want to use it.
My fault.
Why can't I use it? I mean, I could have just killed the thing, but I want to throw this at it. There we go.
It's heavy.
Did they just dodge it? That sucks.
You're free to use it.
Use it well.
That must be a sweet spot.
Went through all that effort, and it just fucking jumped out of the way. Casually as well. At least its chunks are everywhere.
I'll be your shield. Come on.
Alright.
Wait, there's a resource reading near here. What do you want to do?
Tsunami, let's go.
It wasn't like a side bit I missed. Why is it gonna be so zoomed out? Oh, there is a side bit.
I'm taking your fire.
Where's the guitar?
I'll warm us up with my pyrokinesis. Sorry. The sustained burn really tires me out. Here you go! That's enough of that.
Is this a steamroller? It is.
Shell is broken. Give it
Well,
everything you
bulldozer,
have.
I guess. Yeah, fucked.
Yeah. Thanks, Segumi.
hard. Attack it with something heavy by using psychokinesis. It sprays something like oil. Don't get it on.
Eyesight.
Great job, Tsugumi.
Man, these oil things just like their oil spits just do a ton of damage.
Weak spot. It's down. Give it everything you've got.
Here we go! I can hit it!
Maybe Tsugumi's clairvoyance.
Hanami, let's go!
It didn't even try doubling. It just stood there.
I need support! I can hit it!
That was impressive.
Following this, Gamma! It's coming down!
This'll hit something, I'm sure. No?
I hit the outer
Well
shell.
then.
I think I can break it if I focus
Fuck me,
my
I
attack.
guess.
Kimito, a member is in danger. That attack worked. That must be a weak spot.
Yeah! Come on!
Whoa! Nice! Keep it up!
Kimito, a member down. Go support. Good. I made it. Thanks, Luca.
Good timing.
Looks like the enemy dropped something rare.
Here we go!
Don't hurt me. Okay, good.
Okay, Hanami?
I'm okay. Just let my guard down a bit.
Let's go. Finish.
Now die!
Kimito.
Lend me your eyes.
Oh, they're both the real ones. Why are the doppel pools not doppling? I don't understand. Like the whole point of existing to copy themselves.
That must be its weak spot.
My pleasure. I can hit it!
Hey!
Finish this, you.
Yeah,
Kimito.
We good? I think we're good. Level 2?
Watch out for electric attacks. You won't be able to move.
Why are
if
they
you're
level
electrocuted.
2? That seems odd.
now die! Come on!
Do it, Yuito!
Is it because we're nearing to get to? Everything is just gonna be like super weak?
Leave it to me! It's over!
Yuito!
Here we go! Now die!
Do it!
Great job, Yulito. That last attack finished it. Here you go! Gotta focus.
Here we go.
There's gonna be like a narrative reason for this. There's gotta be.
Just focus.
They're gonna be like, how come the enemies are so weak here? Guarantee this is gonna come up.
Leave it to me.
Whoa! Nice!
'Cause the alternative is that it's like a bug or a mistake. I'd rather it was not a bug or a mistake. I'd prefer it be, you know, part of the game.
Here we go. You're free to use it.
Oh, balls.
Really improved. Good job.
Forgot about those enemies.
If your body begins to burn with fire, it'll drain your health, so be careful.
Use it well.
I feel a little more confident.
A water attack? Getting wet limits your mobility, so be careful. Don't get too close to that other. You'll get caught in its explosion.
Yeah, slow up the enemy.
Yeah. Get down. Give it everything you've got.
Man, I'm just... This thing is just...
That attack
Like, it doesn't have a chance.
There must be a weak spot.
Like, as soon as I got these combo visions, like, bigger enemies just, like, can't... They could just get, like, staggered by it. They can't really handle me anymore. As long as they're alone. Yeah, these combo attacks are great.
Let's go.
Looks like there's a resource reading.
I think this has to be my favorite track of the game so far.
I'm taking your fire.
It finally broke. Let's go, everyone.
The fuck am I looking at? Why is it like a weird grid thing? The auroras are pretty cool. Wait, is this Tagetsu? It's just a weird grid thing?
Gamma sclerokinesis might be affected.
Let's go.
That was a nice quick round.
You're free to use it.
Maybe I shouldn't stand near my allies.
Thanks, Luca.
Trading leads to results.
Sorry, Hanabi.
I need to support the injured.
Let's go.
Good one. Keep that up.
Thanks, Hanabi. Using Luca's teleportation would make this easy.
Their fault for falling close. It is.
My pleasure.
Damage to outer shell confirmed. Keep going and break it. Something big to break its outer shell. Use psychokinesis.
Good timing.
Woo! I'm glad that should activate instantly. Oh, I don't have anything.
It sprayed something like oil. Don't get it on you.
Oh, I forgot to check out my brain messages during the standby phase. There's probably more Bond episodes in there.
Use it well.
I need to support the injured.
Hey, I'm level 4. Wasn't I 38? I'm level 40? Goddamn. Hopefully I can just do those Bond episodes later. I'm not like locked out of them. Let's just read these now. You were talking about when you were a kid, so I got all nostalgic. We went on so many adventures in that hospital. Yeah, you would drag me around by the hand. I always looked forward to seeing you. Me too. I still hope I can cheer you up like I used to. Sending messages isn't satisfying if there's no reply. Can we talk so I can get my mind off it? Anything is fine. Reply whenever you see this. So anything is fine. Okay. That reminds me of the lyrics of a popular song. I don't know it very well, but it's about a reply to a message not coming. So they can't sleep, can't eat. Oh, I remember. It's a love song. Sorry, I wasn't trying to make a joke or anything. Love is about being upset and feeling down, right? I don't understand that feeling at all anymore. I guess it's because I'm getting old. I know that love isn't for me. Thanks, I learned something. Man, Gamma can be depressing. Too real, man. Too real. Oh, I got new missions. I'll give you a little information about Seiran and Tagetsu while you think about where to go next. Tagetsu, like Major General Karin said, is a religious nation located in Hiano Mountain. Outsiders don't know much about what goes on there. The only thing that's certain is that it's freezing cold. Be ready for that if you plan to go. Seiran, on the other hand, is Major General Karin's group's base of operations, meaning they consider him a comrade. Knowing that they're researching those ampules and the weaponized others is just as fishy as Suo. I don't know if they can be trusted. The city itself is known for being more peaceful than Suo. I don't know how peaceful we can call it since the rebellion, though. It's difficult. We can't fully trust either one. Do not like how much is unknown about Tagetsu, but does that mean there... That does mean there is much to learn. The advantage in Seiran is that we at least know who we are up against. I'll leave the final decision to you, Yuito. Good news, Yuito. I finished an update to the program. I'll be at Masubi's. I'll see you later. Hey, Yuito, I want to tell you something. Come to Masubi's now. I'm trying to ignore where we stand and just talk to you. You'll listen to me if you know what's good for you. I know I sound like a broken record, but don't keep me waiting. Oops. I should be able to do that later. It would be kind of mean if I couldn't. Ooh, there's an enemy. The subject can manipulate the water vapor in the air to create a veil of mist that impedes opponents' vision, allowing them to attack. They will also create a spinning windshield around themselves. They'll cut anyone that touches it, preventing the opponent from attacking at close range. It is assumed you can get around both of these tactics by using clairvoyance and teleportation, respectively. Unlike OSF soldiers, the subject has no battle capacity for powers and therefore is all but useless in a fight against another. However, due to the impotence, the subject is an expert in hand-to-hand combat, whereas Seiron is using guns. The subject will attack with a barrage of gunfire. Oh. Never mind, they're both the same. They're effectively the same. The Session Pound, a 3-headed pound that sings. That's the sound it makes as it's singing. It's protected by the cage on its lower half. When prey comes near, the song it sings starts a self-destruct countdown, and it blows up with its prey. There are reports of it exploding suddenly without a song if it has been without prey for a long period. The song can't be stopped once it has started, but the explosion can be endured with sclerokinesis or avoided using invisibility or teleportation. Defeating it with hypervelocity before it can self-destruct, or making it explode by combining pyrokinesis and psychokinesis attacks are also effective strategies. It isn't difficult to deal with if you were informed and keep a cool head. That's all the new item. Oh, that's a lot of challenges. Noise. Brain point. Oh, I have just enough. Now I gotta figure out what I want next. I could just go for this, and I can have all 4 active. I can just go nuts. I'll grab this. I'll grab this one next. Maybe I'll grab some health. That's only like 200 or 300 though. You know what? I think waterproof is good because, like, not being able to dodge is really shitty.
I'm taking your fire!
They worship the moon? And it looks like this? Oh, they're weird.
There you are.
Master Yuito has arrived.
Welcome to Togetsu.
Huh? Hello? This isn't what I expected at all.
No.
Lady Hanabi Ichijo, we are forever in your uncle's debt.
Yes, thank you. So, what does he do for you again, my uncle?
He mainly provides us with food and medical supplies, and we give him resources in return.
Resources.
Thank you for this warm welcome. I didn't expect it on an unannounced visit. So we...
You are interested in our knowledge, yes?
Huh?
You are a special guest. Please come with me.
That's always a bad
It seems
sign.
we're being welcomed in, though I don't know why.
That's always a bad
You
sign.
could say it's a stroke of luck, but that's a little too convenient.
It looks like they know we're here for information.
We would like to
It
welcome
seemed
you.
like they knew about Yuito and me too.
I don't see anything or anyone strange around us, but there are many things I can't see.
It honestly doesn't feel right to me, but we won't know anything unless we keep going. Let's follow those people. Sugumi, let us know the moment you notice anything. You too, Wataru.
Got it.
Copy that. Be careful. Look at all of them. It's amazing. Are these real books? If I could, I would like to read them all.
I feel like this is a hazard. It's having a big hole in the floor. I want to go that way. But let's go the other way. Assuming this opens for me. No? Okay, fine. They are books. That's a lot of books.
What is this place?
Please speak to history. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
Speak? Who are we supposed to speak to?
To history, dummy.
Besides us, there's no one else in this room.
Oh, maybe she means we should read the book on that desk.
What is it that you seek?
Kyoka?
What's going on? Why is there an image of Kyoka?
Name, Kyoka. One relevant result. I will provide information about Kyoka Eden. Kyoka Eden is one of the design children created in Togetsu.
Well, that's a bombshell.
Design what? What does this thing mean, created?
Design children. I've heard that phrase before. If I'm not mistaken, they're people that were designed with specific genes for desired outer appearance and physical ability.
I looked into it too. It's basically what Luca said, but it says it's just a theory and impossible to implement.
Drop a marble
Yes,
down.
it's kind of hard to believe. How could a mere religious group have such advanced technology? And how could Kyoka be one of them?
I've never heard that she was involved with Togetsu, but this vision really does look like her.
This form is not Kyoka Eden. It is Dr. Hitoyo Pope, the expert in neuroscience and power research, and founder of the Togetsu faith.
What? So you're saying Kyoka and Dr. Pope have the same face?
It could be that just
Yes,
Kyoka is the daughter.
Kyoka Eden was created based on Dr. Pope.
Okay, never mind.
Dr. Pope made Kyoka?
No. Dr. Pope passed away nearly 2,000 years ago, and is no longer with us.
2,000 years ago? The Togetsu faith is that old?
That's the same time that New Himuka was founded.
Oh, I see. So, does that mean there's information here on New Himuka from that period? Huh?
The moon watches over you.
It's gone.
It felt like we were having a conversation with it, but I think this is just a database searching terminal with voice controls. And from the looks of it, this terminal doesn't have permission to answer Yuito's last question.
So, can we just try to sit somewhere else?
It doesn't seem too dangerous. Whether or not the information is accurate is another matter.
Right. Okay, let's try another terminal.
Gamer of all kinds, thank you for the raid. I forgot that was my alert for a raid. I was like, what is happening? Can I go to the other room, though? Like, I want to go over there. There's got to be, like, loot. Okay, fine. You were playing this too? How far are you in it?
Let me try sitting this time.
What is it that you seek?
Did I rickroll you? Not
Where should I
quite.
start? Let's see. What was New Himuka like when the country was first founded?
New Himuka. I will provide information on the country's history. New Himuka was founded 2,020 years ago on Earth as a nation of Ark citizens.
Oh, you just finished this area.
Ark
Oh,
citizens? What's that?
That's a nice
The
coincidence.
title of the colonists that came to Earth from the moon.
What?
From the moon?
Yes. In the beginning, mankind prospered on Earth. But let us take a look at what happened 3,000 years ago.
Oh, did we have like a nuclear winter thing? Did we just nuke everything?
Environmental changes caused by a shift in the Earth's orbit drastically decreased the human population for a period of time. Humans emigrated to the moon and built a city there to ensure the survival of their species. From there, they moved forward with renovating Earth's environment.
What are you saying?
You don't hear the words renovating when it comes to the Earth's environment very often, do you? I'm doing the Yuito route.
After the 1,000-year renovation project, Earth's environment became mostly inhabitable again. So a group of colonists were dispatched from the moon. They were the Ark.
I'm not sure I'm quite getting it. You're saying people moved from the Earth to the moon and then came back down to Earth?
Wait a minute, I can't keep up.
They dispatched colonists. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you mean that a group of people were selected to leave the moon?
That is right.
If that's true, then there are still people on the moon, right?
What did you say?
Huh?
The moon watches over you.
I heard tits massive.
Oh.
Dr. Pope was
What do
packing,
you
I don't know.
think?
I gave up trying to understand halfway through.
It's so absurd that I almost want to believe it's just a Togetsu fairy tale.
Maybe they added it like an
There's no
Instagram
mention of it
filter.
at all in my info network. It's probably just some religious scripture of Togetsu.
If colonists founded New Himuka, then the founding father, Yakumo Sumeragi, came from the moon.
Hang on. Your ancestor came from the moon?
I mean, everybody's would be.
If what this vision says is true, all the people on Earth are descended from colonists from the moon.
Thank you, Luca.
If all that stuff about the moon is true, that means New Himuka is hiding this information.
Is there some kind of reason they don't want anyone to know?
I'm like high-key afraid of the other terminals now.
Well, I'm done sitting here.
I feel someone watching. No one should be there, though.
It appears we should remain vigilant.
Let me give it a try.
What is it that you seek?
Continuing from before, are there still people currently living on the moon?
I cannot properly answer that request.
Why not?
At this time, all communications with the moon are suspended.
Suspended? Oh, the extinction belt.
Yes.
They should ask
Due
about the
to
origins of
effects
like
of
the
belt,
extinction events
no
and shit.
information from the moon reaches Earth.
Huh? But with the extinction belt there, the colonists wouldn't have been able to come down from the moon.
It's not like it's always been
They'd be
there.
attacked by others.
No. When the colonists made their descent from the moon, the extinction belt did not exist yet.
It appeared after the colonists came to Earth?
Yes, that is correct.
I did know I have
We
that
were
quest,
taught
but I haven't
that
watched the
extinction
anime.
belt was born in the spring of extinction.
That happened when the nation was founded.
The colonists came to Earth, then the extinction belt appeared, and New Himuka was founded. That lines up. That being said, that isn't enough proof for us to believe it.
So the others appeared with the extinction belt.
That is incorrect. The others suddenly started appearing long after the extinction belt appeared.
What? It wasn't at the same time? But aren't others born in the extinction belt?
The moon watches over you.
Now I really do feel like the moon is watching me.
The others are even more mysterious now.
Gemma, are you alright?
Yeah, but I just can't get myself to believe all of this. How about everyone else?
I can't go along with it either, but all we can do for now is accept it and try to get more information.
There's one more terminal. We need to learn all we can while we're here.
Do the rest of you feel something strange?
Yeah, it doesn't feel
Oh,
right.
brain message. I am kind of interested in the anime, so I'll get around to doing that quest myself at some point. The entire human population emigrated to the moon roughly 3,000 years ago. This was due to changes in the Earth's environment that made it uninhabitable for humans. Human immigrants built a capital on the moon. Thanks for the follow as well. The human immigrants built a capital on the moon. There they spent 1,000 years working on improving Earth's environment for the moon. The improvement project was successful, and once the Earth's environment was prepared to a certain extent, the moon government dispatched a group of immigrants. Yakumo Sumeragi was part of the ARC group. The extinction belt appeared after the immigrants arrived on Earth. That's right, and Yakumo Sumeragi created the country of New Himuka. We were taught that the spring of extinction when the extinction belt appeared was around the time New Himuka was established. I feel like the history we know is mixed with history that no one knows. We can't communicate with the moon government at all anymore because of the extinction belt. What was that game? It's from Potion Seller. If you don't know what Potion Seller is, it's a really short like 15-year-old video at this point on YouTube. It's a slowed down version of it, but yeah. The answer about the relation between the extinction belt and the others wasn't very convincing to me. We were told that the others appeared at the same time as the extinction belt, but they said it was a while later. There is likely much we still do not know. Each of us should process this information individually as we go forward. What if the others are people who are passing through the extinction belt and they turn into others as they pass through? And so the moon is constantly sending people to Earth to, like, reestablish communications. What if that's what's happening?
Then I'll sit.
What is it that you seek?
Let me try being direct this time. What exactly are others?
I cannot access the information you seek here. Access to Babe is necessary.
Babe?
So the terminals here can't answer.
That may be true, but the vision hasn't disappeared. Also, I'm sure you've all realized by now. Isn't it weird that our random questions and the permissions of the terminals all lined up?
So, you're saying Togetsu has some kind of plan here?
I'm sure they do, but I don't know what it is.
The reason we came here is to gather any information we couldn't find in Suo or Seiran. Maybe they knew about that? Of course, this could all be made up.
But what happens if we match everything we heard to Major General Fubuki's plans? Will we just tell everyone that we came from the moon? There's no proof. They'll laugh us out of every town.
You're right. Even if it is true, it was 2,000 years ago. That's ancient history to us now.
Yeah, I think so too. We need information to appeal to the people's current sense of danger.
I will provide information on current sense of danger.
Huh?
Huh?
Kunad Gate, the pseudo-black hole that appeared above Kunad Highway. That is called the Kunad Gate.
It's talking about that localized gravitational anomaly. There actually hasn't been much news about that. What's dangerous about it?
This gravitational anomaly is continuing to expand daily, and is expected to consume Earth in the near future.
What?
The Earth is gonna be swallowed by the Kunad Gate?
The Kunad Gate is expected to expand in response to the power of Yuito Sumeragi. It is likely that the destruction of Earth is unavoidable.
Why is it mentioning Yuito?
The destruction of Earth. And you're saying it's Yuito's fault? That's ridiculous.
But there is nothing to fear. All will be saved if you trust in the teachings of Togetsu.
Hang on. What about my power? What does the Kunad Gate have to do with me?
The Kunad Gate is a trivial problem. The correction of the incorrect universe is essential to create the true future.
It's time loops and timelines and shit.
Souls return to Mother Moon. The moon watches over you.
Hey!
Don't let what it said bother you. It was probably just trying to scare us.
The Kunad Gate. I did indeed hear that hole is pulling in things around it.
So, it's saying the hole will get bigger and swallow the Earth?
No, it's dangerous to take that at face value. Yuito, I know hearing your own name shocked you, but this might be a trap. We can't let ourselves be misled.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
You know,
true.
Luca's pretty smart.
But if what they're saying is true, could that be the reason why Kasane tried to kill me?
I'm so curious about the Kasane raid. Like, she seems to just
Are
know
you okay?
everything.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm fine.
Like, she knows everything that's
There
going
isn't
on.
any
We're just, like,
proof,
wandering
But
blindly.
it might be best for me to talk to Kasane, just to make sure. But if I find out that it is indeed true, and the Kunad Gate is linked to my power in some way, what am I gonna do?
Okay, we're done checking the terminals. But I wonder what this Babe, the last terminal mentioned, is.
Yeah, I wonder what it meant by that.
I see you seek information on Babe.
You scared me.
Creepy. I'm guessing the Kunad Gate. I was gonna say gates, because in my head I'm like a few steps ahead. The Kunad Gate is like a response to a timeline that is wrong. Like, fate has already decided which actions need to take place in order for time to like take the correct path. So any alternate timeline that is created by different actions ultimately needs to be destroyed, therefore Kunad Gate.
Maybe I'll think up a new dish for next time.
That's my theory so far. I haven't taken a break yet today, so I'm gonna take a quick break right now. Stretch my legs. I ran out of tea, so I gotta get some water. So I'll be right back.